Well, I'm off to a bit of a slow start. Anyway, I was going to copy paste this into the customer service dialog box there that you can send an email to B&H, and all of a sudden this pops up. Well, that's okay. I really admire people who are willing to lose money because of what they believe. In other words, they put their money where their mouth is, and I really like that, as long as it's not hurting anybody, and they're not hurting anybody. Well, today is the 22nd, and I gotta wait until the 26th. That's 4 days. Well, I guess the warranty's not gonna expire in 4 days. And I can probably use a different mic in that system. And in the meantime, have a nice holiday, B&H. Well, obviously I'm back downstairs again. And I noticed something. Well, first of all, right now I'm just using the built-in mics that are on the camera. And I noticed that I was hearing that hiss before I even turned the receiver on. How could that be? I was blaming the receiver for the hiss. But I had that hiss before it was even turned on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this mic in. I've never noticed the hiss before. I'm going to plug this one back in and just see if I can hear that hiss before I turn this one on. It could be that that hiss is the amplifier in my camera, although I don't think so. But anyway, let's give it a try and see what happens. Well, I think I'm on a bit of a learning curve here today. I had never noticed how clear those built-in mics are for speech. And the reason I didn't use them is because I know outside they're practically useless. First little puff of wind that comes along and you get a lot of wind noise. But you know, I could be starting to use those a lot more for inside. We'll see. Okay, I've turned it on. And I'm going to turn it off on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Now I know this doesn't make any sense, because if the mics are turned off, they're turned off. They're not feeding anything into the camera. However, I was hearing something, and I'm just wondering, is it possible that I'm hearing things? Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 1-second sample of each mic and toggle back and forth between the two. You know what? It could be I was blaming this Polsen wireless system for a noise that was there all along, and I had just never noticed it before. Maybe the reason I noticed it was because I was sort of straining my ears to hear anything wrong with this thing. So I heard this noise that maybe always was there. Oh man. I know for a fact this is a real good mic. What I've got is the transmitter and the receiver set on medium. This is set on medium, or they call it 0 on this one. And naturally I'm not using this little miniature mic at all. Unfortunately, this won't fit on my hat. I'm just sort of fooling around here to see what works and what doesn't work. So we'll run it through the editing program and see what it looks like on the WAV file. You know, I'm sorry, but I hear a hissing sound that I don't remember hearing before. I'm going to try something else here. Okay, we're set up exactly the same way. This is set on 0. The only difference is not using this. Using a cable going directly into the camera from the mic here. By the way, this is just a cheap cable for earphones from the dollar store. It's a 10-foot cable. I've had pretty good luck with this microphone, but I'm testing it right now to see if I'm getting that hiss that I was hearing before. Don't let anybody try and kid you into or trick you into buying those expensive cables from. They're probably one of the world's biggest rip-off. Anyway, we'll see what we got here. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. And you know, this running back and forth up and down the stairs is hard on my poor old knees. I got arthritis. Next time I go to New York City, I hope B&H is going to give me a tour of their place. Actually, they'll probably shoot me. Anyway, testing 1, 2, 3. Let's give this a whirl. Well, I guess I should apologize for that despicable display of crankiness there. And I'm still hooked up to my dollar store cable. I brought this down because I wanted to show you what I use when I do voiceover. It does a really good job. Those of you who are into audio will know that this is a real inexpensive way to capture pretty good audio. I've used it outdoors to capture birds. I've used it to, like for waterfowl at a marsh. It did just a really nice job. Anyway, this video has pretty well come to an end, and I did not hear that hissing sound when I went up and checked just a few minutes ago using this system. So I wasn't hearing things. However, this is wireless, and it's not an expensive wireless system, so I guess, like I said in the other video, you get what you pay for. I'm really hoping that B&H is going to come through now and help me out with this mic. Otherwise, I'm going to have to probably buy another lavalier mic. Anyway, thanks for watching.